Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, finally I welcome you all to the amazing match of the day one. Well, this is presented by Liquid5 eSports, and here's your caster for the day, none other than the one and only Eagle this side. But before we start the game, I would like to request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your mates, with your friends, and do show your valuable support. But beneath those things, if I talk about the first zone formation, well, there you go. The zone is totally been shifted towards the western parts of the region. A great start has been witnessed out. Team number 3 looking at a good position, looking at a good hold. 18 teams of 71 players are still standing out, and if we look at team number 3, starting with a good hold, a good progression, and a good healthy start from their side. Let's see how will they adapt out in the game, what will be the standings or what will be their holdings. But I don't think so this will be that easy. Pecado is also a region to worry out, where you could see some more multiple fights, where we could see some more multiple action. 18 teams, 71 players are still standing out there. And yes, this is really very difficult. Different regions, different angles, different progression, and we could see some different fights as well. 71 players, which is a very big number, as well as 18 teams. The lobby is totally been custom packed in this particular match, and the map of Miramar is always very chaotic, always very disturbing. And there you go, the micros, a great weapon to watch out. Players are switching from here to there, trying to run, trying to jump out, and it's Bull Spotty CHS. Well, this team is 4-man standing, and there you go. Finally, Bull is here. He's ready for that pick. One player has been spotted down, and finally, he'll be eliminated from here. And some amazing fight, some early fights could be seen here, and that is very fruitful to watch out. Typically, if we go back to Pecado, well, it's a different team, team number 15. And in front of them, it's a different team, team number 15, Dashima Joki, 4-man standing here, still awaiting, still going, very lethal, very aggressive from each shore, from each region. Even Montenegro is a region where you have to worry a lot. Team number 14, team BER, 4-man standing. They haven't secured a lot of finishes point from here. 18 teams, 69 players are standing out. Montenegro, a very difficult region to tackle out, a very difficult region to worry out. This is the stage 1. In front of them, it's team Seoul. Yesterday they played really very phenomenally. Yesterday they played really very fantastically, with a great enthusiasm, with a great addictivism. But today I think it's a very difficult day. Today is a very tactical day to watch out. There are many more teams who could you challenge, but team number 8 not looking a great hold, not looking a great approach. Aim, the solo player standing for the team, the Lone Ranger. Let's see how will he play off. If we talk about Soul Ravan, 003, Zena, Basant, Soul Basant now being that solo player standing. Aim has been taken down, Ravan has been taken down, Zena and Basant are the last 2 players standing for the team with those 0 finishes point into their backpack. This is not what a great start looks like. 18 teams, 9 players are still standing out, and let's see how will they play off. How will the team Soul make a good comeback from here? But at those another region, at those different region, if I talk about team number 15, well, Pecado is that region where you should worry for, and a lot of difficulties could be seen around. Team number 15 trying to challenge team number 10 players. Yesterday day was not good for the particular team, but yes, they'll try to make a good comeback today. They'll try to make a good doable comeback today as well. And if we come back again to team number 8, yes, there are some more engaging fight, as we can see. Well, before that, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support as well, because this really becomes very much important for each of us to get that support, to get that approach and momentum as well. And team SOUL, I think they're looking really very fantastic. They're looking really very holdable in these scenarios. Team number 15, they're still trying to wait it out, but there you go, some amazing fights has been seen around. It's team number 8 with that micro trying to engage some more fights, trying to engage some more momentum here. 18 teams, 63 players. Let's see how will they move on. Let's see how will they go on, and what will be the approach. And there you go, this was not that typical enough. Basant is still waiting on Soul Basant. Some amazing shots have been taken on. 18 teams, 62 players are still standing. This is the stage 1, And yes, I don't think so. This will be that easy. This will be that doable enough. Solbasan now being that last player standing for the team, the Lone Ranger. Let's see how will he move on from here, because as you are the Lone Ranger, you have to survive and get those finishes point from here, get those place point from here at those another regions around La Cobria. We could see some more action, we could see some more fights as well. As I can see, it's 18 teams, 62 players are standing down the line. Team number 7, they're also trying to initiate some more fights. They're also trying to initiate some more action here, 2 men standing, but I don't think so this will be that easy enough. Well, it's a quite tough and challenging task for both the teams. So team number 17 still waiting on. Talking about team number 16, they are also waiting, doing a downline job from there. Let's see what will be the approach onto those region as well. Talking about Liquid5 eSports, they're trying to initiate some more fights. It's Unix again with those M416 trying to create some mesh over there, but it's not that easy. Another player, the Lone Ranger SQS Nikabi, solo player standing for the team. Let's see how will she play off, what will be her strategies, because as she is the Lone Ranger, the only part is left behind that you should fall back and get some more finishes point, get some more place point for the team. And a new zone formation could also be seen around, a new zone formation could also be mentioned around. I don't think so this is that easy, but yes, 17 teams, 57 players are still there. It's almost 1180 meters. This is the stage 1, this is the first zone formation, and team number 6 still trying to figure it out, that how will they play off and what will be the results as well. I don't think so this is that uncrucial enough. But talking about team Innova, I think they're also waiting, they're also going on. Team number 22 going for the rat and cat chase gameplay. Finally the player has been spotted out and he will be eliminated very soon. An amazing source of game, amazing piece of attention is given here. 17 teams, 56 players today. As I can see, we are observing a lot of early fights here, a lot of difficult fights behind the teams, because as the map is of Miramar, a lot of challenges has been built off, because the map of Miramar always always comes with a lot of responsibility, uh, always comes with a lot of chaos and a lot of clusters, but yes, still a difficult task to be maintained off. Well, typically, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and obviously, guys, show your support, because this is what we need, this is what we require. Your support is very, very, very much required to us, to the organization, to the players, to the teams, each and everybody. So yeah, if you haven't liked the stream, please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream, and do show your support. But at the same time, if I talk about team number 17, well, team number 17 is still waiting on. Team number 17 is still holding on, having a good approach, having a good positioning out of there, and I don't think so this will be that easy enough. You should have an aggressive game, you should have a very unrealistic hold to be played off, and let's see how will that unrealistic hold will be played on. Total 17 teams, total 55 players has been seen around, and yes, it is a pretty good head start, it's a pretty good meet from here, and let's see for how much more longer time they will go with that same intent and same progress. 17 teams, 55 players are still standing out. 1.5 minutes is still there for the next zone formation, but yes, again the next zone formation becomes really, really very important for each of us. But typically, looking at the zone formation, which becomes really important for the team, which becomes really important for the players as well. Let's see how the new zone looks like. Let's see how the new area looks like. Right now, as I can see, 55 players are standing out, and a good intent, a good positive start has been mentioned. Some amazing head starts, some amazing chaos, some amazing clusters is been seen around, and difficulties is the part of the game, challenges is the part of the game, and I don't think so difficulties and challenges will be arised here. I don't think this could be mentioned here, but yes, 17 teams, 55 players, 55 players could be seen around, and some amazing fights could also be witnessed here. Let's see how will the teams play and what will be the results. But right now, as I can see, fights are typically going very slow. Players are trying to initiate themselves into some some sort of rotations, some sort of safe gameplay. But for how much more longer time they will go with that same intent or same aggression? Because if you look at INCO, they are indulging themselves, they're putting themselves into a great fight. Team number 20 not looking in a good hold, not looking in a good position. In front of them it's team number 3 having a good hold. In front of them it's team number 3 having a good position. It's team Bulls, different region, different fights. Let's see how we will see the engagement from both the region, what will be the upstandings as well. But right now it's really very difficult for both the teams to capture the scenarios out, and both the teams are trying to give some tap shots. A blast could be seen around, and a fun knock could also be absorbed. But at those another region is STALWART eSports. As I can see, they are also trying to give a good comeback in the game, as the first day was not that good for the team. But yes, they will try to show a good comeback in the second day and enjoy the game as well, and show good hard work as well. But 17 teams, 52 players, team number 13, finally they have made a good push over there. Finally they have made a good hold over there. Bull my chaos. Well, that was very difficult for Linskos. One most amazing knock from that M762, which is a great weapon to be taken off. And yes, if you have these skills, when you can fire some great shots by those great weapons, I think that is totally fantastic. 17 teams, 52 players are still standing out, and some amazing shots, some amazing grenades is also being witnessed of. Well, talking about Kasmia, he's also waiting on. If we'll talk about the fights, Liquid5 eSports, again, they could see around some more fights. They haven't secured any finish point. They haven't got any finish point yet, but still going with that same approach, still going with that same intent. And a very typical task, and a very challenging task to be maintained on. In front of them it's another team, team number 6, having a good hold over there. 17 teams, so 48 players is still standing down the line. And yes, this is the game how it looks like. STALWART eSports, so while it is still moving with that same intensity, same game, Liquid5 eSports, Ashi is totally here to get that revival. But yes, the game is becoming back to back, very interesting, very summarizing. And let's see how will the players, how will the team make the positioning a bit holdable, a bit doable. But yeah, 16 teams, 48 players, still a tougher task to be chased on. Well, at those another end, as we look at team INCO, Nature, Kawaki, Logoki, and it's Karmzi. Well, they are also 4-man standing. Some fight could be seen there as well. And there you go. Grenades were typically on point. Grenades were typically amazing. But those shots by Nature is totally worth it. If those shots make some connection out of there, I think this could make a change. Hawaii has been engaged there to get some more finishes point. And V Mature, I think she's trying to get some grenades onto the point. So she's trying to get the grenades onto the right spot, and will those grenades make any connection? This is the question right now. I think yes, she is trying, she is giving a lot of damage, and those damage will bring a change. Finally moving off with that to MP45, still a lot of a task to be taken on. A lot of damage is given by, but this is a one-on-one scenario, a typical task from behind the screen. Some backfire cover could be given, but there you go, she's been taken on. Kawaii, she's back. Charisma, she's very close, and an instant revival would be given. They'll win this fight, a good pretty head start from their side. But 14 teams is still standing there, 41 players is still standing there. The fight is very difficult to watch out. Well, at the same time, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support. We could see some action over here, but yes, the fight is not that much gathering. The fight is not that much doable here. Things are not going totally onto the right point. Things are not going totally onto the right action. But yes, so if you give a pretty good hold, you know, if you get a pretty good stand over there, things could change. Team number 19. We can see they're still trying to get some more finishes point, trying to observe the opponents, trying to observe the positioning as well, and let's see for how much more time they will go with that same intent and same strategy as well. The slow and steady strategy, I don't think so this will work for a longer period of time. Well, 14 teams, 41 players. The game is typically little slow. The game is typically a bit ramped enough. Players are moving really very slowly, really very tactically, which is very different to be taken on. And if we talk about the new zone formation, this is also really very important to check on that how is the new zone formation, what does it looks like. And here you go, this somewhat looks like this, but yes, behind this screen we can see some more fights behind the screen. We could see some more action there as well, and it's STALWART eSports and Team INCO as well. Different teams, different fights, and the action is pretty beautiful. The action is pretty challenging. Duka onto the other end is still waiting on. Liku onto the other end is still going on with that same intent. Some amazing tap shots could be seen around. The bullet shots are quite surpassing, and when there are different angles, different views, we'll see some different fights as well. Team number 16 down the ground, trying to create some mesh over there, but I don't think so this will be that easy enough. Well, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support as well. But on to the other end, as we can see, team number 18 still trying to figure it out. Even team EDT, as I can see, is challenging team INCO. Some amazing shots are continuously being seen, and a good aggression is also being delivered out. The STALWART eSports again are trying to dominate in the lobby, again trying to, you know, challenge the players, challenge the opponent as well. But at the same time, it's team number 14. They're also creating some mesh over there. They're also engaging the players with themselves, and challenges are quite difficult. Let's see who will get those finishers point, who will get those aggression onto the right side. Team number 18, team STALWART eSports, team 14, each and every team is trying to grab those finishers point at those right time. Will that be possible? This is the question arising. But different teams, different fights, and the, if I'll say, the entertainment source is not very much different, but the game is totally fantastic being built out. Well, at the same time, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support. 12 teams, so 31 players, as I can see, is still there, and some amazing shots is taken from those heights. Some amazing angles is being delivered from those heights, and yes, I don't think so this is that easy. Team DG is also been seen around with some action over there. Team DJ has also been witnessed around. Some grenades, some throwables could change the game, but I don't think so this will be that possible enough, because the way I guess STALWART eSports is playing it is really very different. Liquid5 eSports looking in trouble. STALWART eSports are totally trying to create challenges over there. Those height advantages in Miramar will always challenge you a lot. Well, on to the end, if we talk about team number 19, they're also holding a good position. They're also holding a good uh, proclaiming approach from their sides. STALWART eSports, I don't think so. This will be that possible enough. Pilsy, Caddy, totally ready for the fight. And there you go. Some amazing shots has been witnessed around. Team number 22 and 13 are engaged in the game. And I think they're utilizing the position quite well. They're trying to get those finishes point onto the right side. If we talk about Team DG, they're also waiting on. If we talk about Team DG, they're also holding on. And yes, some difficulties could be created, some challenges could be created. If I talk about team number 16, and they're also at those mid stages, but still not feeling that confident enough, because they're not trying to initiate the fights at this moment, and which is pretty good, I guess. Which is pretty interesting to watch out as well, because if you try to engage fight at each and every moment, this becomes really very different. This becomes really very challenging every time for us to maintain that same momentum. But yes, there you go, team number 16 again with team number 19. They will come inside the zone central part of the region. They'll grab those finishers point very nicely, and finally they have almost 6 to 7 finishers point into their backpack, which is a pretty good holdable start from their side as well. Well, looking at team number 16, they're also waiting on, they're also going on. And looking at team number 13, I think they're not ready typically for the fight. They're not ready typically for the game. Some shots or some action has been seen around. And team number 16, they'll defend their area. But team number 13, they have to grab the area. They have to grab the positioning. And let's see how will they do that, because I guess both team number 13 and team number 19, they're the one and only rival of this game. The way they're playing, it's totally different. Well, 6 teams, 18 players are standing here rightly onto the top. And if we look at the position, 11 meters are still there to be taken off. 11 meters are still there to be chased on. And there you go, this grenade of Catty News was totally amazing. Pilsy now being that solo player standing for the team. I think the whole responsibility is onto his shoulder. The whole game is being built onto his shoulder. And let's see now how will they build the game, because team number 19 is totally out of the game, because that Lone Ranger, I think it's really very difficult for him to survive in this particular area. But STALWART eSports again coming back to this team. They are literally very fantastic. They're literally very holdable to be maintained off. Team number 13 again trying to create some mesh over there, trying to create some angles over there, but this was not that easy enough for them as well. 5 teams, 11 players. This is the stage 6. The match is really going very interesting. The match is going really very typical to be taken on. Then Violet, Luke, last 2 player from STALWART eSports, 7 finishers point. I think it's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good game from their side as well. And if I'll talk about team number 14, they're trying to take fight. They're trying to engage themselves with STALWART eSports, and grenades and throwables from both the sides, from both the angles have been trained off. But still, the connection is not yet to be found. Well, again, as I can see, STALWART eSports is still getting those finishers points. STALWART eSports is still getting those action rightly under the game. 4 teams, 10 players. Team number 14 and team number 18 has the chance to win the game, has the chance to win the battle from here, but it is not that easy also. A lot of difficulties could be seen around. 4 teams, 10 players. Let's see how will they manage out. Stage 7 is crucially very difficult. In front of them it's team 13 still waiting on. Team number 18 is still also waiting on. 14 also waiting on. These are the top 3 teams, and that solo player, he has a responsibility over himself that how will he cover those scenarios out. And there you go, grenades are totally making the point very right. Violet is also trying to create some mesh over there. A grenade is spin out by Violet. Will that grenade make any connection? A counter grenade is also been built out from both the sides. And let's see, I guess Violet, he has taken down Kia Liore. and a good start has been built. Two teams, 5 players in front of each other. The game is totally very amazing to be taken on, and this amazing game is finally now coming to an end. Team Burb versus Team Stalwart Esports. 8th finish point is already secured by Stalwart Esports. Violet coming up with a grenade revival onto the other end is being done by team 14 players. So 1v2. Violet can close in. Totally the smoke cover has been created out. EMP45 into his hand. So 1v3. If he gets a support, it's pretty good. But if it doesn't, I think this is really very difficult for him to be tackled down. And there you go. Players coming with that DPS. Some action has been shown around. And there you go. Violet is 100% onto the game. Is 100% onto the roll. Last player standing for the team. It's Ryupi. Well, let's see a one-on-one scenario. Will he able to clutch it out? It's a one-on-one. But if he gets a support, I think this could change the game. That grenade will make a lot of difference. Yes, they're trying to create pressure over themselves. Stalwart Esports will finally get the winner chicken dinner for the first match of Miramar of day 2. And this was really very beautiful and a very interesting match to go through. But before that, guys, I want to end with that positive note. You have to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates. Do show your positive support. We'll join you in a few minutes. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us.
नीचे अगर उसी पोस्ट की कमेंट ये है BMW की E30।
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the second match of the day. As you all know, this is the second match of Miramar, and we can also see some early fights as well. Let's see which are all those regions where we could see some more early fights. But talking about team number 3, well, they're not in a good hold. They're not in a good position right now to take the fights, because not having a good loot at those early phases is always a challenge to watch out. Those AKM and M416 those early phases in Bull will give them a lot of confidence to them. And there you go, Bull has been taken down. Spotty on to the another end. Spotty, CHS, Banton G, both the players are totally ready for the action. And different region, if I talk about Picardo, well, there are also some more action to be witnessed. There are also some more team who are trying to initiate some more fights. 20 teams, 76 players, as I can see, is still standing there. Totally right. And some more fights by Team Bulls has been taken around. This is the stage 1, and the fights is totally been action. There you go. How will the Bulls take this fight into a right go? This is really very important. And it's Team EDT against Bulls. Both the teams are really very strong to be taken on, but the fights will be more very interesting to be seen. Well, if we talk about team number 4, they're still struggling. They're still trying to get those finishes point. They're still trying to get those attention over there, but I don't think so. This is that easy for them as well. From both the sides, the fights are totally very aggressive from both the sides. The fights are totally very interesting. And there you go, the Lone Ranger, the last player from team number 4, has been taken down. And coming back to team number 14, they're again including themselves into a huge fight of the heart of Miramar Picardo. Well, at the same time, looking to some other teams, well, 19 teams, as I can see, is still there. 19 teams, 70 plus are still standing out. This is the stage 1. And difficulties could be observed, challenges could be observed. Bemi is still there. Beta is still there. 3 men standing. They're almost on top 19 teams. They're also almost on top 70 alive players. And let's see how will they play on. Team number 15 trying to hold a bit, trying to wait a bit from both the side. Will team ARJ initiate some early fights? Will team ARJ initiate some early go? This is the question arising right now, right here. But yes, both the teams will engage themselves into some early fights to gain those finishes point, to gain those start. Let's see for how much more time they will go with that slow and steady approach. Well, at the same time, coming back to team number 19, they're also waiting on, they're also going on. Even team number 10, I think some players are still offline to be watched off. Team number 15 onto the other end, they're still waiting on, they're still, I guess, very much awaited, very much a holdable in these scenarios, in these holdings. 19 teams, 70 players are still there. And let's see how will they perform out. This is the stage 1. I don't think so this will be that easy enough, that this will be that doable enough for them to be taken care of. For 19 teams, 70 players, 3 minutes are almost over. And if I talk about few more fights, I think this becomes really important for each of us, that how they'll play, how will they go, and what will be the strategies as well. 19 teams with 69 players, things are becoming really very difficult and really very challenging for them. Well, if we look at team number 15, they're also waiting on. Some grenades are done by team number 22 players as well. Some engagement is being shown there as well. Let's see how will they play off. Let's see what will be the strategies as well. Picardo is still a region where uh we could see some more aggression, some more action as well. And I don't think so this will be that doable enough. 19 teams, 69 players. This is the stage 1. And let's see how will they play off. Let's see how will they take on the scenarios. From both the ends, the fights are totally been very engaging. Well, 19 teams, 69 players, but team number 22, I think they are playing really very phenomenally. They're playing really very attentively to be taken on, to be precise enough. But still, I couldn't see a lot of action there. I couldn't see a lot of uh, engagement there. Team number 22 to gain those finishes point, they're struggling a lot. Even at those another region, if you go down the ground, it's team 12 outside the zone trying to initiate some more fights. And there you go, amazing shots by WTS. Bito has been taken down. 19 teams, 69 players. The game is totally going on to a good roll. Well, 19 teams, 69 players, back to back, some amazing shots, back to back, some amazing attentives are being taken on. Grenades and throwables are totally onto the point. Grenades and throwables are totally onto the go, and there you go. The shots are pretty precise enough. The shots are pretty doable enough to be taken care of. But 19 teams, news information would be seen very soon. And STALWART eSports versus Liquid5 eSports, a new fight could be developed there. STALWART eSports versus Liquid5 eSports, a new battle could be generated there, because in the last game also STALWART eSports pinned a lot to Liquid5 eSports as well. So yes, this is the question arising out. Will they have a battle again in this particular match also? Well, on to the other end, looking at team number 7, they are again trying to have those positioning. They are again trying to have those holdings, and a lot of situation could challenge out a lot of situation. Could be in hold out here. Let's see how will they play off. Even Stalwart Esports. Even if I talk about Stalwart Esports, even if I talk about team number 7, they're also struggling in 19 teams. So 68 players are standing down the line. AWE is still waiting on some more fights could be witnessed there. Some more action, I'll guess, could be seen there. And what will be the results? This is also a question, but Liquid5 Esports is totally into the zone central parts and still moving above the line, still moving the above the area. 19 teams, 68 players, and a lot of chase has been seen around. Team IWE again indulging themselves into a fight. Well, 19 teams, 67 players. Again, one more fights has been built on. Liquid5 Esports again trying to initiate some more action. Again, trying to initiate some more trouble for other teams. And will they be successful enough? This is another question. Even Team GG is still waiting on. Even Team DG is still going on. Fights at those different region, fights at those multiple region is always a pleasure to watch. 19 teams, 66 players. Think a great source, a great movement has been given by both the sides. Well, coming back to team number 5, I think they are still waiting on. They're still going on. The aggression is pretty good. 19 teams, 66 players. The game is moving on pretty good approach. The game is moving on a pretty good hold. But Liquid5 Esports, they're coming back in action. No finishes point yet. Cataline has been eliminated from the game. 19 teams, 65 players, as I can see, is still going with that same intent, is still going with that same approach. But there you go. So again, she has a lot of responsibility onto her shoulder. Let's see, will she able to complete the responsibility? This is the question arising from both the side. The trouble is not equal. She has a lot of bigger trouble as she is the lone ranger. She has the responsibility and wisdom. I think she's searching Ashi to get the last finish point. 19 teams, 63 players, and they are still waiting on stage 2. Stalwart Esports will move, I guess, from here. And yes, now Ashi can come out. No, I don't think so. Yes. Wisdom. He is still there. He is still waiting. And Ashi, she should be very careful now. She should be very attentive now because the area, the positioning, what she has, I don't think sure this will be that worth it. But there you go. She tried, and she has got one finish point. And finally, that one finish point which I was talking about was totally been secured, and Stalwart Esports will lose one player and get those 4 finishes point into their backpack, which is not bad and not that good also, but yes, a pretty decent game from their side as well. So yeah, 18 teams. Now we are in the top 18 teams, top 60 are live players and new zone formation. can come around. But before that, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates. Team VSG, I guess onto the other end, is looking on a good attentive approach, is looking on a good attentive hold. Yeah, I don't think so this will be that easy. I don't think so this will be that doable enough. But yeah, things could be changed. Things could be abide, go down at some different regions. And the way Team 22 is playing, I think is really very different to watch out. Well, 17 teams, 57 players are standing out down the line. And even if I talk about IWE, Yuku Fokker, and Having Star, Yelim, all of them are still standing there. Team EDT, they haven't got those great finishes point in the game, but yes, they're still searching for the finishes point for the particular time. And they should be very doable enough. They should be very attentive enough from now onwards, because the game will be very fast moving and the players will be also really very attentive from now. Well, at the same time, a new zone formation could also be seen. A new zone area could also be seen. Let's see how will they play off. Let's see what will be the results as well, what will be the upstandings as well. I don't think so this will be that crucial enough. I don't think so this will be that deliverable enough. But a new zone formation could always make a lot of challenges. A new zone formation could always make a lot of difficulties for the opponents and for the players inside the zone. But typically the way they are moving, I think that is really very crucial enough. 16 teams, 55 players are standing. Stage 3 is the area, but players are still not that quick enough. Well, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support as well. The way they are playing, I think you should support your favorite team as well. But team number 5 looking in danger. Another team, it's team number 14, trying to initiate some more fights, some more action over there. 16 teams, 58 players, some shots has been taken down. I don't think so this will be that easy. One-on-one battle, and finally team number 5 will lose that battle. It was a tough task for them to go on with, but finally I guess there is one more team trying to initiate one more fight at that region only. Are they interested? This is the question arising. But at another region, team Arkbile, well, I think they are truly interested in the game. L 15 teams, so 48 players are still standing down the go, are still standing down the line. INCO, Kaui, Nugika, Karizmi, all the players are 4 men standing with those 3 finishes point into the backpack. Different teams, different fights are been totally in action. Well, that was a typical cheeky shot to be taken on. Different teams are totally been amazing to be watched out. 14 teams of 45 players. This is the stage 4, to be precise enough, and stage 4 is really looking upholded. It's really looking challenging for the team. Even the front teams are looking very aggressive. If we talk about ARG, I think they want to initiate the fights. They want to take the action onto themselves. They want to create a buffer over there, and time by time things could abide, time by time things could change. 13 teams of 43 players. This is the stage 4. The way they are moving, I think, is very crucial to take on. Stage 4 is still very difficult. Some amazing shots have been taken down. Will that make a connection? This is not that easy enough, but yes, they are trying the level best. That Lamborghini, that green goblin Lamborghini, will create a lot of truffle over there. Well, talking about team number 12 from a very long... Well, for talking about team number 12 from a very long period of time, they are searching for those finishes point. They're trying to get inside the zone, but the way they are playing, I don't think so this is that easy or doable enough. A lot of challenges is being occurred by the team and occurred by the players as well. 13 teams, 40 players are being seen around. Some grenades, some throwables could be seen. Team number 16 again trying to create a mesh over there, again trying to create those typical scenarios over there. But team number 16, I guess they're also looking in a great finishing hold and a great finishing touch as well. Let's see how will they perform. Let's see how will they go on and what will be the results. But right now, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends and mates, because this is really very important for you to show the support to us. And there are different multiple regions where you could see some different fights. Well, that was pretty great. That was pretty awesome to be taken on. The way Team INCO is playing. Charisma is getting those back-to-back pick. Kawaii onto those another regions, onto those another angles. She's also getting some amazing shots onto her end. Team number 12. Well, they're also trying to get some more finishes point. But yes, this is not that easy. 12 teams. 32 players are still standing down the line. The fights are totally continuously back into the action, but the game is little bit slow as compared to the areas, little bit, you know, tighten up as compared to the areas, because this could be faster and more interesting in the upcoming times. Well, 12 teams, 32 players. Team number 16 is getting those finishes point back to back. Talking about Stalwart eSports, they are again trying to gain that same aggression and same positioning as they are inside the zone. They will get those finishes point very aggressively. And let's see, will they be successful this time, or things may change. Challenges may come in a different variety. Challenges may come in a different areas and a different region. But yes, you should be very careful enough. You should be very, you know, doable enough from your sides. The way it's going on, it's typically very hard to chase. Well, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support, because this is what is required. This is what is very much needed. The way team number 7, the way Stalwart esports are playing, It's really, really very challenging, and finally some more amazing knocks. Finally, some more amazing shots could be delivered out in front of them. It's team number 18, looking really very aggressive. In front of them, it's another team looking very possessive. And let's see, both the teams. I think they're playing literally phenomenally. DG is inside the areas, holding a tight position to be taken on. Stalwart eSports again holding a great position to be chased on. Well, I'll request each and everyone to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your valuable support as well. As 6 teams, 17 players are standing out, and some amazing shots again and again could seen around. Some amazing action could be witnessed around 6 teams, 15 players. Again, if we talk about Soul Basant, with those M416 and AP45, some grenades are totally onto the point from both the sides. The action is delivered out. Grenades and throwables are totally back to back in action, and there you go. Vector will come to on reload. M416 is still a weapon to chase on, and finally Team Soul will get elimination from here unwillingly. Well, looking at the current moment, now we're on the top 2 teams. So top 6 are live players, and the game is totally under the roll. Stalwart eSports is playing literally very phenomenally. Stalwart eSports is playing very strongly, and the way they are going, the way they are moving, I think this is difficult to take on. This is stage 7. And back-to-back holdings, back-to-back positionings will discover a lot of challenges, will give a lot of upholdings. Let's see what will be the results. But if we look at Wisdom, if we look at Stipa Joki, I think things could change on. 3v2 scenario has been witnessed. Players are still going round and round, still trying to get some more confirmation from their side. This Molotov will act as a barrier, but yes, things can change accordingly. Oh, this was a very great shot. This was a very typical shot that was not totally expected from here. A great ending, I'll say, from Stalwart Esports. And the first match was also very truly fantastic for this team. And the second match was also really very amazing. But this will end the second match, and I'll request each and everyone guys to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream. Till then, we'll take a short break and we'll meet after a short break. Stay tuned and keep supporting us. Okay, so well, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the amazing match, and this will be the third match of the day, which is really gonna be very interesting, very challenging. And as this is the second last match of the day, so yes, teams and players will play very lethally and very aggressively as well. Let's see how will they play off, what will be the strategies, what will be the momentum, so and how can they move on in the earliest phase as well. But before that, if you haven't liked the stream, please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates. Do show your support as well, because this really becomes very much important for each of us guys to get your support. Typically moving towards the game screen as well, and looking at the fly path as well as the first information. This is really very typically important, because the map of Miramar always brings a lot of chaos, always brings a lot of cluster throughout the game. And yes, the fight has also been started, and this is, I guess, Montenegro Team Pure versus Team Soul this time. Well, please tighten your seatbelt, because at any moment we could witness some more fights. At team number 14, yes, finally they have lost one player. I guess this is gonna be really very crucial. This is gonna be really very challenging for them as well. Talking about those western parts of the region, it's Dashima Joki, very much ready, very much holdable enough with those finishers point and with those aggressive intent from their side. But yes, 20 teams, 78 players. Let's see how will they move on. Let's see what will be their standings as well. But for now, the time being, both the regions are really very difficult. Both the regions will witness at the same time. At the one side, it's team number 14. At the other side, it's team number 15. 15 with 4 and 14 with 8. Different teams win different fights at different region, but the source is really very same, which is only and only entertainment. So yes, I'll request each and everyone to please guys go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel. And looking at Beer Binzu, that was a good cheeky start onto his side, from his side. That was a pretty good hold. And let's see now what will he do for that last player, for that lone ranger from his opponent. What will be the strategies, what will be the momentums, how will they move on? This is the stage one. Only 1.5 minutes is left behind, but still a very aggressive task to be taken on. Team number 4, they're still waiting on some amazing shots has been taken on team number 15 as well. And there you go, that was a very beautiful shot to be mentioned of. Finally, team number 14 will get those 4 finishes point into the backpack by getting only one player eliminated. And that was typically very good. That was typically very challenging for them as well. 19 teams, 73 players. This is the stage one. Let's see how will they move on. Let's see how will they take on the scenarios from now onwards. Well, I'll request each and everyone guys to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your valuable support also, because this is what we require for, this is what we need for 19 teams if I look on. And yeah, 19 teams, 72 players, and this fight is still going on with that same intensity, with that same intent. Apart from this, if we look at any other fight, I don't think so players are interested at this early phase. But yes, Dashima Joki is trying to disengage from here, and he is really very successful in that. Liajoki now being that solo player standing for the team, getting those grenade on point, getting those grenade rightly shifted. Let's see, will those grenade make any connection? Some amazing grenades, some amazing fight could be seen, but I don't think so. This will make a lot bigger difference. Well, things are going little aparted. Things are going little bit from their side. Let's see how will they take on 19 teams. So 71 players are still standing there. Stage 1 is still really very difficult. 3.5 minutes is over almost and almost. And the players are going with that same intent, same progression. 21 teams are standing right there. Things could be half out, things could change on from now, but yes, you should be really very, attentive that how is the game going, where are the players going, what is their momentums, what is their strategies and all. Well, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates. At those early phases, we often see, players are going very steadily, very slowly. We don't see a lot of fights from here, but yes, not a lot of fights, but a lot of aggression is being, welcomed off. A lot of aggression is being chased off. And how much will this affect the players? How much will this affect the game? This is also really very important. This is also really very, unusual to take on. Could make a lot of changes. This could make a lot of upholded scenarios onto the role. But 19 teams, 71 players, talking about, Liquid 5 eSports, they're also going on. They're also moving on. Some fights is being observed of. If we look at CAS1 top, well, yes, he's also having a good hold. They're also having a good position from here. But how much will that affect? This is also a cool, chance to check it out, position to check it out. But things are being changing. Things are being very difficult for them to acquire. Things are very, unknowingly tragic to be taken on. Team number 13 is going very aggressive from here, but we aren't seeing any fight from here onwards. Well, at the similar task, please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates. Do show your support as well, because this is what we require a lot. This is what we, work for a lot. Because your support is only thing we can expect from you. Your support is only thing what we can demand and what you can supply. But yes, again coming back to team number 17, well, the way they are going, the way they are playing is truly fantastic, is truly undoable to chase off. Let's see how this undoability will make a lot of difference. 19 teams, 71 players, some amazing tap shots is being witnessed around. But yes, team number 13 is going with that same intense, slow, steady game. Will give you a lot of, holdability, will give you a lot of intensity. But for how much more longer time this will make, trouble, intense scenario? This is the question arising. Well, on to the same game. If I come back to team number 3, they are getting a good rotation out of there. and some good fight could be seen there. And there you go, a push is being done. This is the time where you could change the game. This is the time where you could change the momentum as well. Back to back, things are going parted. Back to back, things are going out of the role, and this would be really very difficult for them. This would be really very challenging for them to chase on. 19 teams, 71 players, and that was amazing pick. Bulls have been taken down, challenges have been built. Crystal and Kylo is still waiting, but team number 9, I think they could come in the game. Team number 9, they could come in the action and get some more finishes point from there. But let's see what they are waiting for what they are still having a chance for, because they are very close to their opponents, and this fight would be really very interesting to watch out. Well, 19 teams, so 67 players. This is the stage 2. Back to back revivals will be done. Crystal CH as being the solo player standing for the team. Let's see how will they play off. Let's see what will be their strategies, what will be their momentums as well. Stage 2, this is not going to be that easy, but those FPP switches will always be a trouble, will always be a delight to watch. And I don't think so things would change apartedly. I don't think so things would change that drastically. Yes, you can go with that same approach, but challenges will come in the game. Well, at the same time, if I talk about this particular fight, players are taking a lot of time. Players are taking a lot of intent also, and the way they are moving, the way they are going, it's really very difficult to watch out. It's really very unwilling to be chased on. Let's see for how much more longer time they will go with that same possessive game or same safe game, because 19 teams, 64 players from a very long time, almost from back to back, I'll say past 3 to past 4 minutes. I can see this aggression, I can see this positionings, and this is really very difficult to tackle out. This is really very challenging to mention out. But yes, there you go, VGS Hazel has finally been taken down. Ragad now being that solo player standing for the team. Let's see how will he tackle down the scenarios, and finally team number 9 will get this pick, will get this I think fight into their hand. And this is what the start, what we were talking about. This is what the game, what we were looking for. But yes, it was really very interesting to watch it. The fight was really very enjoying to be witnessed of. But at the same time, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your valuable support also, because your valuable support is very very much required. Well, some amazing tap shots could seen again. STALWART eSports, as I can see, this team is still again going in action. Team number 19 again coming in the game, trying to urge, trying to get few more finishes point. Let's see how will that make a difference. But a new zone formation could come at any point of the time. A new zone formation could come at any sort in the game. Let's see how will they engage the game from here onwards. Well, coming back to team number 9, STALWART eSports is not looking that aggressive enough. STALWART eSports is not looking that doable enough from here. But team number 10, they're trying to initiate some more fights. Team number 19, if I look at this particular team, well, things have been changed. Things are really different from here. And looking at team number 10, I guess things could apply out, things could change out. 18 teams, 60 players are still standing there, and yes, this is the important role, this is the important time, you know, where should, you know, conduct a good hold. 18 teams, so 60 players are standing out. This is the stage 3, and team number 19, yet they have not decided. In front of them it's a different team, team number 10, again trying to engage themselves in a new fight. And if I look at team number 5, it's Heaven Star, going really very great, going really very aggressively in the game. And now is the time where you should, you know, keep a good hold in the game. Those grenades, those throwables will make a lot of difference. But again, talking about those grenades and throwables, well, it's changing, it's moving. In front of them it's team number 18, and finally he's been taken down. Team number 5, now the Lone Ranger William Becker is standing out. Beneath those things, we'll also see a fly path. I'm sorry, we also see a zone formation over here, and let's see how will the players move on from there as well. Team number 5, again they will try to get a comeback, but I don't think so this will be that easy. And on to the another end, it's team EDT as well. Well, they are also in a fight, they're also in the game, and showing the fight, showing the game, I think truly fantastically. Well, I'll request each and everyone, guys, to please go to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and do show your support as well, because this is what it requires. 17 teams, 56 players are still standing there down the line. Team number 14 not looking a good hold. Team number 14 not looking a good strong approach, but things may change, things may apart. And yes, the fight may again, you know, enhance a bit, because 17 teams, 56 players are still there in the game. And yes, it's not been started yet also, it's not in the game yet also. And let's see how will the team number 14 respond to the particular engagement. Well, coming back to team number 13, well, they're again engaging themselves into a fight. Bracketa, if I talk about this player, they're still holding on, they're still waiting on. And yes, I think now you should be really, really very comfortable with the game. 15 teams, 52 players are standing out down the line. Things are changing on the go, things are, you know, troubling on the go, and time by time you should keep a good hold on the game, time by time you should keep a good momentum on the game. And there you go, team number 21 is looking in trouble. Those shots under the vehicle, I don't think they could, you know, survive for a longer period of time here until the zone shifts. Well, on to the other end, looking at Liquid5 eSports, Ashi, Catalin, Zoria, and Ashi. Well, there are two Ashi to watch out, but at the same time, on to the other end, it's team number 21 looking in a very difficult scenario. One by one, I'll guess each and every player will be taken down, because the condition is not looking that good for the players. Zoria has been knocked off there. Ashi is trying to create some pressure onto the side. Will that pressure make a difference? Will that, you know, a selection make a difference? Revival is given very, very, very instantly, which is truly good. But yes, you have to be in a comfortable scenario, you have to be in a comfortable hole to be checked on. 15 teams, 45 players is still standing there. And yes, let's see how will they move on. This is the stage 4, and things may change a bite down. Well, this is a typical good shot. This is a typical good racing done by Ashi. And finally, that's Karen 4x, which is very difficult to handle. She has done very fruitfully. She has done very calmly. And finally, those connections are making trouble for team number 16. And now, if I guess, they're almost on 2 men. But onto the other end, again, team number 21 is the team who is not looking good, in a good hold, in a good position. Coming back to them, and Liquid5 eSports, let's see how will they move on, what will be their strategies as well, and new zone formation could be seen in few minutes as well. So yes, they have to prepare for that also. Well, 13 teams, so 40 players are standing here, and a great game has been built off. Liquid5 eSports is playing phenomenally. Team 21 is playing gratefully. Different teams and different game has been mentioned out, but there you go. If I'm not wrong, team number 10, again they have opportunity, again they have a chance to get those finishers point, to get those momentum rightly into their hand. Will they able to cover the game? Will they able to cover the scenarios? This is the task, but team number 10, again they have a chance, and will they hit very hardly, or there could be again some difficulties, there could be again some challenges to be taken on. Team number 21 versus, if I'm not wrong, it's team number 10. The fight is very much intense again. Well, at the same time, please go do hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share the stream with your friends, with your mates, and some aggressive shots are again being taken by both the teams towards themselves, and this is difficult, this is challenging, this is undoable, which was not expected to be taken on. But yes, things may change, things may differ out the way they are playing. I think it's totally, you know, unbelievable to be moved on. 10 teams, 30 players, as I can see, is still surviving from here, and players are not onto that position where they could get some more finishes point, where they could get some more holdings and more finishes point. But yes, before that, team number 21 is still willing to get that same connection from here. Well, coming back, Liquid5 eSports, again they're engaging themselves in a new fight. Different areas, different teams are totally engaging themselves into different fights, and things are, sometimes going out of the box, things are going sometimes out of the area. 8 teams, 23 players. This totally means that, the teams, the players are trying to get those finishes point, as well as those plays point into the hand, which is really very important for them as well, which is really very lately undoable for them as well. And some shots from Ashi has been seen, and I think they have got those 6 finishes point, which is equally very good. Zoria and Ashi, last 2 players standing with those 6 finishes point. Team number 10, even they have a probability chances to get some more finishes point and place point. So let's see which team will win this game, will win this battle, because I guess it's very difficult from here onwards. Well, at the same time, if I talk about the holdings, if I talk about the positionings, team number 12 is still trying to cover the scenarios. They're still trying to cover the holes. but it's not that easy in front of them. It's another team trying to maintain the holdings, trying to maintain the positionings. Things are going a little bit out of the box, things are going a little bit out of the game, and let's see how will they cover off. Let's see how will they mention out onto the other end. Team number 21 still trying their hard, still trying their positioning very doably, but yes, Archie's he is still waiting on some aggression is still being shown, and finally the elimination will be done at the same time. Team number 10 droning out, waiting for their turn to become. And yes, Liquid5 eSports, they are again onto the roll. They have again the chance to get the game into the hand. Team number 12 again waiting for the chance to come in where they could, play their role, give the game, and the give back scenario. I think that is more difficult to be taken off. 5 teams, 15 players. On an average, if I talk about, each team will have a 3 player on an average, which is very interesting to be chased off. Let's see the wait will be done for how much more longer time, because 5 teams, 50 players. I don't think this will done really very quick. I don't think this will done really very possessively. But yeah, things are changing, things are going in temperament hand, so you have to be little attentive, you have to be little focused from here, because chicken dinner could be easily secured by just one positive step, and it could be left by just one negative step as well. Well, beneath those things, these throwables, these grenade are trying to change the game. Liquid5 eSports have the opportunity. They have got those 10 finishers point, playing really very phenomenally. And the Lone Ranger, Ashi, if I'm not wrong, have the responsibility onto her shoulder. Will she able to get those picks? This is the question arising. Again, those grenade from Archibald is trying to be, bit holdable, but onto the end, onto the another screen, Ashi is also trying to get some finishers point. 3 teams, 8 players, almost in these 8 players, as I can see, most 4 players are knocked off, and team number 22, they are trying, they are using this opportunity as a golden one. Ashi can pull it off. If she comes now, the game can be changed. Those grenades, those throwable for team 22, that solo Lone Ranger could change the game. This is a 1v2 for Ashi as well. Game is changing, game is abiding. Ashi will be eliminated from the match, and now it's like a 3v3 if I'm not wrong. No, it's like a 4v3. As I can see, team 22 is a totally 4-man standing with those man advantage into their hand, which will be really quick, which will be really unknowingly, unwillingly different to watch out. Let's see how these 2 giants will fight, how these 2 giants will engage themselves for 2v4 scenario. But yeah, you have to still wait, you have to still hold and move on. Well, grenades are still going on. Archibald, I think Archibald and ACHOMI is still waiting on grenades, and throwables will make a change. Archibald tried for that grenade, but the Lone Ranger, Nanas is still standing. This is a very different position. Will that one-on-one work out? No, I don't think so. This will work out. Finally, the winner chicken dinner will come for none other than W2, as they played really very well. They played with a lot of confidence, with a lot of focus and attention, which was totally defended in the game. But as I told you guys, this was the 3rd match of the day. There's one more match remaining. Till then, what you have to do, you have to hit that like button, subscribe the channel, share this stream with your friends, with your mates. We'll take a short break and we'll meet after a short break. Till then, stay tuned and keep supporting us.